Hello, how you doing, guys? Hope you're doing fine wherever you are. It's a beautiful day over here. It's a little bit sunny and very calm, and a little bit of wind because I'm feeling some wind in the compound, which is so nice because it's so refreshing. And starting your day like that, I think, is a blessing because each and every day when you wake up, just have to give thanks to the Lord for seeing the next day, because not so many people does. And I just also want to take this chance just to invite you all. For the new subscribers, welcome to the channel. Feel free, like the video. You can also leave a comment. For my regular viewers, I'm so grateful for you guys for always showing support, always giving me some advice. And I think the last time it's like an advice or a statement. One of the viewers are very loyal viewers to me, and I'm so thankful. And he said that because I did a live when I came to Nyabwanze, I did a live, and I never really planned it, but because I traveled at night and I never gave how do I say it, a follow-up video. Now maybe I came back home, so I just went on live. I never gave an up, how do I say it, English is a little bit cornering, but I never really told how do I say it, told anyone that I was going live. I just brought out the camera out of the pocket and went live and explained how the journey was, how the stay at Nairobi was, then the experience. Then the guy actually told me that the next time I'm going live, I should communicate prior and give timing on the exact time, which I think it's very nice of him, because I never thought of that initially. And him telling me that, I think, was so awesome, and I really loved it, and I think I'll apply it in my next live. I hope you guys will join the live. I know whatever we'll talk about will be not apart from educative, entertaining as well. Yeah, so today it's so I'm seeing the compound has a lot of beautification, smaller ones, because I usually say that NASTA has really completed the major parts of building a home, so it's just the few reinforcements, the few changes. So today in the morning, yesterday came home with some few plants and few flowers that he wanted to plant, and I think he had already planted them. And also Yayo will follow up with the maintenance, the plowing, the watering in case of maybe if it doesn't rain. But today I'm seeing there are some few dark clouds, but we hope it rains. Yesterday it just drizzled a little bit, but we are still grateful for that. At least the vegetables that are in the kitchen garden, the flowers that were planted, even the grass. Maybe if I can come a little bit closer. Yes, see, some of the grasses are doing so well. They're really doing so well. Yes, and this is one of the flowers. If you look at it, it's so beautiful, so beautiful. And if you smell it, the smell is it's like a strawberry kind of smell. If you see, it's purple. Is it purple? I'm usually colorblind, but it's a flower, and it's a very huge flower. It doesn't grow tall from the looks. It seems like it grows when it widens. If I move away a little bit, you can see it widens. So I think it will provide a very nice view, because it's almost close to the gate. So I know whenever someone will be entering, the space on this side of the compound will be so nice, because we have some few trees, we have flowers, this type of flowers too, that were planted. They usually are so nice, and you can shape them. The best part for them or with them is that you can shape them to whichever shape, whichever size, whichever height. So I think that's the beauty of it. And I'm seeing there's some unwanted grass. They are still grass, but they're unwanted. You see, this one is a little bit different from this one. This one has some whitish color. So I think with the help of Yayo, it's just gonna have to remove these, all of these. Yes, so it's so nice. These are the trees that are around. See these so nice trees. Even with the smell, it smells like a eucalyptus tree if you smell them. And they also widen. We have a couple of them on this side of the compound, and I know in some few years they will provide a very nice shade and a cool breeze. See, like this one, even the trunk is starting to form. Is it pine tree? Yes, I think it's pine tree. Yes, it's in the family of cypress trees, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so the flowers that were brought in, I know after some few months they will be so nice. This one has not yet been planted. I know maybe one day it will be replanted. I don't know whether it's usually, maybe this is the formula for planting it. Put it in a basket like this, so you can just move it around, place it anywhere you want it to be in the compound, which is so nice. And this part of the compound is so green. You know, it has not been really raining that much, but with a little rain, it makes the compound looks like this, so green. I don't know whether you guys can feel the breeze. It's so refreshing. And also we have our Christmas tree, and I'm seeing Yeo kind of like added some let me say fertilizer, because maybe soil with the fertilized soil. Yes, so I really like the Christmas tree. Initially when I saw Nasto planting it, it was some few months ago. I never knew the name, but also back home we planted it, and that's when I researched the name and realized, oh, this is a Christmas tree. And whenever it grows with it's like a stairs. So even the tip or the top, whenever it grows, it leaves some floor, because you can see this is the first, second, this one is the third, and it will continue up and up and up. So it's always so smooth, really smooth. And I can recommend it, maybe if you are interested in trees and maybe you want to beautify your compound, because a compound is always better with trees. And as much as you want trees, you should also look for trees that doesn't really shed leaves, because if you look for a tree, or if you plant a tree that really shed, it will really pose a problem to you. Or even if it's not a problem, it will be so tiresome, or you will have to look for someone to constantly or regularly sweep the compound, which I think is one of the things you can how do I say it? Today English is kind of cornering. I think if you look for a tree that doesn't shade, it's better than a tree that usually shades, because some trees you can sweep in the morning, by evening it has already shed the leaves. It will force you to wake up the next day and start sweeping like that each and every day. And if you do it for some few months on your own, you will find it so tiresome. And even if you bring someone in to help and you put yourself in his shoe, you'll realize, I know there are some machines, I don't usually know the name. In Africa we don't usually have a lot of machines. I usually see them in European countries, Asian, American countries, Asians. There's a machine that you can literally it uses pressure, so it sucks in the leaves, which I think is so nice. But if you are in areas with the low electricity connection, I think it will also pose a problem, because in Nyabanze too, it's not like there's no electricity, but the electrical cables, you can see them around, even in the next to the compound. You see the electrical pole over there. Yes, the problem is NASA usually says that there isn't a transformer, so even for NASA it uses the solar system. Since he even came to the compound, since he moved into the house, he's just been using the solar. Yeah, so I think also in Nyabanze, if you decide maybe to use the machine, I think only for some few selected homes, that's where it can be applicable. But I hope maybe one day they'll put on the transformer, so that the homesteads in Nyabanze at least can have electricity. The electricity is there, but if you see the ratio between houses with electricity and the houses without, have is high. But I know it's always concerning when you live in a house and when you walk out you see an electricity line or cable. It will force you to ask yourself, why don't I have electricity, yet I see electric cables running around. But I know once they install the transformer, the village will be full of light. The only thing remaining is the street lights, because I'm seeing also is it True Boy, let me just say Marwa, because it's the effect of Marwa that there's a street heading to Marwa's home. They made the road so nice, and for now you can really pass, whether you have the van, the car, the motorcycle, the motorbike. Yeah, so even if you walk, you can easily pass through. So I know with that, after some few years, maybe all of Nyabanze, the roads will be so well done, and the only thing that will remain will be the street lights, which don't really require electricity. Maybe if you just put solar, because most of them in Africa are just solar made. They are made out of solar. So whenever during the day it charges, then when it reaches maybe late in the evening, yes, in the evening, it goes on. Yeah, I think it's always automatically made, so when it reaches at night, it just lights on automatically. Yeah, so I think that's where we are also aiming from, to see just the village growing and developing. For now it's really developing. Most of the YouTubers are building, and for YouTube it's not really about also building. It's not only that when you build a house, it's not only that most people see that if you don't build a house, you're not really developing. But most of the villagers, some few days or months or even years ago, you could find someone not having something maybe to bring to the table, especially as a man. But for now, you can find, maybe if you are maybe earning zero income, monthly income, at least with YouTube you can do something positive. I'm just trying to look for light, because you see it's almost, I think it's gonna rain. If you see some dark clouds. Yeah, so I think what I was saying is that on YouTube, maybe with YouTube you can earn some few cash out of it, and if you can't afford to build a home or a house, at least the few cash that you earn, you can help your family. That I think is growth and even success, because most people view success differently. You might find someone earning on YouTube at least a good amount of cash, and is not building a home, so he or she might see him or herself not really progressing. But personally, I see that as growth, because now you can find some food and something extra to put on the table, and also to take buy clothing for your family. You can help your parents at least. That's also growth, and if you put time and effort on that, I think you can grow. You can, if you make it big, if you multiply it, then you can now be able to really even build a home. It's not always about building. You can also go travel the world, see other parts of the world, learn different cultures, because most people take traveling for granted, because that's where growth is. If you are, I'm not saying if you are stuck in one place you don't grow, but if you move around from different countries, from different cultures, you can move locally, but let's say even in Kenya we have so many cultures. So if you move around, you interact with different people, you learn a lot compared to when you are stuck in one place. And I think that's also growth. So you can view growth in different ways. For me personally, I've been so grateful, and seeing myself now and back then, personally I see it as a growth. And also there's one thing which I'm usually also grateful for, is that some few months ago I wasn't that fluent, especially in talking in front of people, and YouTube has granted me that wish. Now I can really talk fluently. I'm not that fluent, but I'm trying. I hope in future I'll be so fluent, and also influence others to be more fluent. Like, yeah, you know, you're teaching each and every day. We try to teach you some few words in English, because learning never stops. I always believe when you finish school, that's where the real life learning begins, because that's the most important. You can be taught everything in school, but if you don't adapt and learn in real life, coping in life will be so hard. But if you can be flexible and learn a few things, especially when you move out of your comfort zone, travel around the world, or even locally within your country, just to different communities, you'll learn a lot, and you'll grow. Definitely you'll grow. If you do it for some time and you remain consistent, you will grow. And that is the best growth, because out of that you'll have known a little bit of different cultures. You could have traveled locally. It's not a must that you travel internationally, because we also know you have to start from somewhere. And even if you're starting a business, you always have to start small, just to be because, you know, starting a business is people speculate. Some people may say that your business will grow. Some people will say it will fall. So it's always better to start small and test how deep the waters are before you dive deep in it. So even if you're planning to travel, just start locally and see how it goes with you, how you adapt with. No, also when you travel, you have to be a very heartwarming person, someone who people can really open to and get to know. So if you do it locally first with your own people, and it will be easier when you move outside there. And some people just start without, then come locally. Some start from locally, then move outside. Whichever that will works for you, I think it's best. Just follow your own path. Different people have different paths. It doesn't mean that when you saw someone doing something like this and you followed this path, doesn't mean that it will also work for you. I think that you just sit down and just follow your own. Everything should be on your own, should be under your own terms. Yes. So I think that's where also you will greatly succeed. Yeah. So it has been so nice for me personally. I've been so grateful, so happy since I joined the platform. It has been really helpful, and I've really grown personally. I think I've really grown, and having 500 subscribers on this platform is a huge milestone. Having 1,000 is the best milestone anybody could want, because from there at least you can start to get monetization. At least your effort will start paying off. So everybody on this platform, whenever they start, they always aspire to get 1,000 subscribers. And I think once you reach there as a YouTuber or as a content creator or as a vlogger or as a, how do I say it, as a motivator and so many other names, I think you should be happy and see that as growth. Yeah, so we will continue, and also with Yayo, I think we will continue helping him for the channel to grow. Yeah, so he usually does his chores every day in the house. So in Nastor's place, everybody just wakes up in the morning and do his chores. So it's midday, and I'm seeing Yayo over here in the farm. He's not doing something that that much. It's not that it's tiring, something tiring. And then I'm also seeing this Christmas tree. So Nastor has like 2, because the other one is just there in front of us, and also this one over here. And this one he had already planted. You see here, watered it in the morning. It's still wet. Yes, so it's so nice. All of these ones are flowers and plants. If you look at this one is a flower, and it was watered in the morning. Yes, so I think I'll bring also Yayo just to say hi. Yayo,
Kama yeye
salimia watu tu dakika kidogo, alafu ni kwa tunajua uko busy.
Ni kweli siku zote kama jinsi ninavyopendaga kusema kazi ni moyo.
Yes.
Hello guys, welcome Can Digest YouTube channel. Yes. My name is Yayo kama Yayo. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Yes.
Ninao furaha kwa siku hii ya leo hapa nyumbani. Kwa jumla tumeamka vizuri salama, na alafu pia nina imani hata nyinyi ndugu zangu mmeamka salama. Alafu kwa wale ambao siku hii ya leo hamjisikii vizuri, Yayo kama Yayo naweza nikasema jamani poleni, na kwa wale ambao ni wagonjwa naweza nikasema jamani ugua pole. Nashukuru kwa wale ndugu wote mnao support ndugu zangu, akiwemo Blaza Marwa, Blaza Mayuguno, Blaza Nastor, Mr. Flay, Can Digest, Yayo kama Yayo. Naweza nikasema tu hivi ma YouTubers, nasema tu ni asante. Alafu pia nashukuru kwa wale ndugu wote mnaoipenda kazi yangu Yayo kama Yayo.
Naona uko shambani.
Shambani nilikuwa nawekea hapa mbolea kidogo. Unajua siku zote muona sasa hivi angalau at least mbolea tunayotumia ni nzuri, ile ya mavia kuku.
So guys, these are waste from the poultry shed.
Unajua hii ni tofauti na ile mbolea ya maduka. Unajua wakati mwingine mbolea ya maduka inaweza ikakausha mboga, au zinaweza zikakubali. Kwa hiyo
so guys, here you saying this one is not the artificial one. The artificial one, if you use it, it might burn the vegetables.
Kwa hiyo ni vizuri kutumia hii mbolea ya samadi, kwa sababu mara nyingi huaga angalau ukijaribu kuwekea, basi mimi mwenyewe kwa jinsi nilivyowekea kwenye garden zile za pale mbele, naamini ya kwamba kesho na kesho kutwa mboga
zimebaki.
Hizi ndio ambazo zimebaki. Nilikuwa na mpango niende nikawekea yale maua ya pale vigetini.
Maua pia.
Maua kwa pembeni pale hivi. Unajua at least kazi ni moyo.
Yeah, and you know guys, I think we'll do that video at Yayo's channel, because also Yayo kama Yayo, go and check Yayo kama Yayo.
Alafu
road to.
Alafu pia thank you for supporting my brother. I can digest.
Yes.
Alafu thank you for supporting me yeo kama yeo.
Yes.
Kind subscribe, kind digest hata road to 5,000 subscriber. Check me out yeo kama yeo. Yes. Please subscribe yeo kama yeo hata road to 5,000 subscriber.
Yeo is really learning English, guys.
Nasema tu ni hivi, thank you. Thank you people. Thank you beautiful people. Nawatakia tu mchana mwema.
Yes, so guys, that was yeo kama yeo. Unaona hizo? Si ndio sasa tutafanyia video.
Sawa, sio mbaya, nilikuwa tunasubiri uweze kumaliza.
Yeah, so guys, yeo is learning slowly by slowly. He was just saying he was putting on the fertilizer on the kitchen garden. And he was saying then it's a manure. That one is called a manure. It's not the artificial one. That one is the best for your kitchen garden, because if you use the ones with the artificial ones, I don't know, some people likes them, but over here in the village we just use the manure, the one that has been decomposed, because the chickens, we feed them every day, and the waste we take out once we clean the room. We decompose them for some few, maybe 2 to 3 days, because they are the perfect ones. No waste from the best waste, obviously, which I've known is the one for the sheep. No, goat, not because goats are browsers, they eat a lot. Goats and chickens or poultry, yes, they usually provide the best manure for putting on the farm, and that's what Ye was really doing today. And I think he has completed with the farm, so it's just gonna continue with this usual schedule for the chores. Yes, so you should also go and check him out. I know he hasn't been really uploading, because I usually help him with the uploads, but travel a bit. But now I'm back, and I really want to help you until because the only thing is remaining with this watch hours around 600. I know we are almost reaching there, and if you put more time and effort, I think we'll be able to accomplish the task, and at least from there on you can at least start earning from his sweat. His years has been really hard working, and us being just around him, I think the best option is also just to help him back, because of us at some point we were helped. Liam has his few friends over here. The schools are closed, so they're just in the compound playing. Look at this flower. Flower is so nice, really nice. No, flowers usually bring some nice smell in the scent, not really smell, but a nice scent, making butterflies to come, bees, birds. Yes, and I know in some few years, maybe 2, the trees will have really grown. At least we'll have some bird nests in the compound, because we have the blue gum. Over here we have the blue gum. I think they're the first trees that will really grow. The blue gum. Yes, so this is the blue gum. He planned to prune them, because I think the last time he did was like almost 5 months ago. Can't remember the day, so he should prune them so that they grow tall with shade. Because if you leave it like this and there's also a wall close, then it might pose a problem or a challenge to the wall with the branches. So the branches, at least when it's over the wall, it can be left so that it provides shades. But first, for now, pruning is the only option. And not all trees. If you see this one, I recently named it a pine tree, but I think I'm wrong. I doubt if I'm right. It's only the blue gum that has to be pruned. The rest of the trees, I think they don't really require much maintenance in terms of pruning, because Nasta has just planted exotic trees. Most of them I see are exotic trees, and the ones that are not commonly found in the village, you have to really look for it. And there's this tree, it's in the family of cypress trees, and he said it was really expensive. I saw a video on the platform where some people grew or made a fence using this type of tree. I don't know whether it's this, but the fence was so smooth. It was very smooth. So I don't know whether it was this tree. You see how smooth it is. It's also in the family of cypress trees, and they usually grow slowly. It usually takes a long time to grow and to mature. So the fence I saw was almost this type. So you plant it in a straight way, then when you are trimming it, it always comes out appealing to the eye and beautiful. So you make the top flat and also the side also straight, and it brings out a very nice fence. I don't know whether it's this tree, but I'll research and look for the fencing that the guys use and try it out, because I liked how it came out. Generally the fence was so nice, and I think those types of fence, you don't usually put them at the boundary, because at the boundary, if you are able, you should just put a wall. If you have a big compound and you've divided into some sections, I think that's where you can plant them, because they're usually soft, they're not that hard type of fence. Yes, so it's a really beautiful tree over here. So I'm off. It's so dark, I don't know why. I think because of the weather. It looks like it's gonna rain, and I've traveled from Nyabanzi. It's around 60 kilometers. That's almost 2 hours. Yes, so I'm heading home. I just want to take some motorbike border. This is the closest town next to our home, so I just want to take a border, then head just straight because of the rain. Yes, so I've just arrived home. It's almost 6 in the evening, and the journey was not that long because on Kenyan roads it's usually like 80 kilometers per hour. That's the average speed. So with the distance from Yabuanze to home, it's always like 2 hours at most, or maybe 2 hours 30 minutes. So I've just landed home, and it's so cool, silent, with the birds chirping. And when I left, we had one sheep. One of the sheep was how do I say it, expectant at the time, but now I've come today and seen a younger one. See this smaller one, yeah. So I don't know whether it's a male or a female. I've not yet asked, but I'm seeing it's usually hard to see, yeah. But if it's a male, the tail won't to be cut. If it's a female, the tail has to be cut. So I hope it's a female, so that she also gets to give birth to some more. And there's always an initiation process of always cutting down the tail. So I'll be glad to also to share the culture, because that's usually the culture, the stage. There's always a stage for initiation for female sheep, and it's always not more than at most 2 weeks. Between birth and 2 weeks, you have to initiate and cut the tail. So I'll be more than happy to cut it down, and also you can roast it. But yeah, we'll know. I think I'll ask my dad. He's not around. Yeah, it's only my mom. Let me just bring her on just to wave to you guys before we go on. So it's so silent, no? There's no one home apart from my parents. Yeah. So, mom. Fuaneji mati. Mostly.
Hi.
Yes. Ininga.
I'm Kent's mother.
Yeah. So she's preparing bananas. These are bananas for eating. We have two types. The first type is the one that are always ripe on the farm. The one which is yellow, but this one is green. So this one you have to cook it like this. And the good part of eating these is because we've grown them we have a kitchen garden, a smaller one. So we usually don't buy them. We just I don't know whether there's some, but we usually just take them from the garden and eat it. And I think the garden has been serving us for quite some time, for more than 4 years. It's now 4 or 5 years now. Yeah, so I think there are some over here. Yes, so she usually just takes them from this banana plantation. Yeah, so there are still some over here, and I'm also seeing some. Actually, we have quite a number of them. Maybe we should also send Miss Flesh some and Nasta so that they can eat. Yeah, so, and I'm seeing, when I left the banana, the how do I say, the beans, because this is a beans plant. This is how they look. So this is they've really grown. This is the part where they were planted. They've really grown, and in some, it usually takes like a month or two until we harvest them. And I think also when harvesting time, if you see, this is now how it looks. These are the beans. We also have some groundnuts, but you know, groundnuts takes like 3 to 4 months, but the beans, it's usually 2 months. So the beans are the ones who mature fast and are harvested. So this part of the chicken garden was the part that was planted. Yeah, so I'm back home, guys, and there's no one apart from my parents and my grandma. So we are just 3 of us, and my cousins are always there's usually no one at home. That's why you always see me less of the times over here, because if you stay here for some time you'll always get bored. There's no one to talk to. And even for the villagers, the people I went to school with, most of them are not at in the villages. Some have traveled to some have gone to school. So whenever someone goes to school, especially colleges and university, they often stay and not come back for some time. So it's always a luck if you find them at home. That's why even if I come back home, the friends that I have, they are not in the village at the time. So usually you just how do I say it, get bored, because the compound is quite large for three to four people in the compound. But you know, for my parents, they're already used to with the slow life. But us how do I say it, we are young adults, or yeah, we are still young, so it's very hard for us to be in the villages unless you're doing something creative. Because for me, since I started the journey for YouTube, I think I'll be staying in the villages for some time. Maybe if I go out, I'll go and come, not stay outside for long, because there's some few things that I've also learned from Nyabwanze people, and I also want to apply them in my life and see where it will lead. So I think I'll be staying in the village for some time, maybe going and coming back to the city a little bit, also coming back, and also going back to Nyabwanze and coming back. Because I always believe if you stay in one place, the interaction you get becomes less. You lose touch to people, especially when you are alone. But if you move around, you connect with different people, you learn new things. And that's why you always see me, sometimes I'm in Nyabwanze, sometimes I'm back at home. I've begun traveling to the cities, to not really the cities, but to some how do I say it, I've been touring. I want to tour, not that much, but let's say in a month, maybe 3-4 days, then I come back. If I do it like that for every month for the whole year, I think I could have been, if I do it like that for the whole year, English is a little bit hard, then it will mean I could have gone to many different places, interacted with many different people, learned new things, new culture, new skills for surviving in this modern world we live in. That's why now I'm back at home, just to enjoy the nature of at home. And I'm seeing it's a little bit shaggy, because once you leave elderly people, it's really hard for them to maintain a home. I'm not saying they can't, but if it was left for us, I think because we are young, we still have the energy. So it's always good to once in a while come back home, see how things are going, help where you can. And yeah, that's how it is. So it's so nice, so cool, so chilled. It's a little bit if I compare the weather with the one in Nyabwanze, this side it is a little bit cold. I'm not saying it's that cold, but there's no sunlight that much, and it hasn't rained, but it's not hot, it's just cold. It's not really cold, but how do I say it, it's chilly. Yes, it's so chilly. Even if you look at the sky, the sky is dark, yes, with a few dark clouds. Yes. So with that, for those that have watched till this part, please subscribe so that you don't miss any of my videos if you haven't yet subscribed, or if you are new to the channel. For my regular viewers, I'm always grateful for you guys for the support until this part of our lives, because for now, for the people in, we formed a very good family, because I always find it hard not to post, whenever I don't post, I always feel some type of way. So it always if I post videos, I always feel nice because I always get the chance to interact. And for the positive or the negative criticism, I always take them. I don't usually take them personal because I believe if you navigate to the negative side of life, you won't really come out of it. The best version of you won't really come out. So I don't really take the negative criticism that much. If you've been around me, or if you've been watching my videos or following me since I started, maybe you could have noticed some few things. I don't take things personal because I think because of I've grown and learned a few things about life, and I know what life entails. Even if I become sad today, the next day life will go on. People will wake up, farmers will go to the farm, doctors will go to hospitals, teachers will go to school. What I'm just saying is life will still move on. So I don't usually hold myself to the negative criticism that much. Although it's usually good because it directs you. It always makes you to think and make your journey not that smooth. It makes it rough, which is always interesting because for me, I always like to struggle, and I don't view struggling as suffering. Yes, because it's only through struggle is when you can learn a few things also in life. So I'm always grateful. Please, if you watch, I'm so grateful. I love to end my video for today because of the sun. It's almost 6 also, so I also want to catch up with the people. I know my dad is not around, but I know he'll come back, so maybe the few things that I'll be able to help, I'll help for today. So please like and share the video. I'll be so grateful. Take care of yourself wherever you are. If it's at night, good night. Also this side, in some few hours it will be at night, so good night. If it's in the morning, good morning. I hope you have a good day, a good week, and a blessed new month. So bye bye. See you on my next video.